Okay, chapter 34. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem the son of Hamor the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel, and spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah his daughter. Now his sons were with the cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come. And Hamor the father of Shechem went out unto Jacob to commune with him. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved, and they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly in Israel in lying with Jacob's daughter, and which thing ought not to be done. So evidently the culture of that time knew that was wrong.
Fornication.
Well, it may not be just fornication, it may be rape, but
Could have been rape.
we don't really know if she's agreed with it or not, in case it would be fornication.
That makes sense.
Verse 8. And Hamor communed with them, saying, The soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give him to wife. Now I certainly don't know, but usually when a man rapes a woman, he doesn't really want her after that. But that might not be the case. But here, I think he truly loves her, and I don't know if they messed around and he went too far and she couldn't stop him, and it wasn't that she wasn't willing, but at the same time she didn't want it to go that far. So we don't have any details, but he's obviously wanting to, try to make it right, even though a wrong's been done. And the father's trying to come and make amends. This is what young people do. Teenagers maybe. Let's not make too big a deal out of it. He wants to marry her. Now, what has Abraham and Isaac, and I'll say Jacob, been told? Not to marry the people of the land. So Jacob has a real problem. Now, I'd say particularly for the sons, but I would say the daughters as well. Verse 9. And make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you. And ye shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade ye therein, and get you possessions therein. And Shechem said unto her father and unto her brethren, Let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me I will give. Ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give according as ye shall say unto me. But give me the damsel to wife. And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father deceitfully, and said, Because he hath defiled Dinah their sister. And they said unto them, We cannot do this thing, to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us. But in this will we consent unto you, if ye will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised. Then will we give our daughters unto you, and we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and we will become one people. But if ye will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then will we take our daughter, and we will be gone. So let me pause there. So how would you like to live under this king, and where he says, all right, everybody's got to be circumcised? Say, what? What did I do? Well, it's my son that's done something, and I'm your king. You have to go get circumcised. So, I'd say this isn't something the people did back then. So you're going to do what? You're going to cut what off? So to me, this is quite an ask, but we'll see what it says. Verse 18, And their words pleased Hamor, and Shechem Hamor's son. I'm surprised at that. And the young man deferred not to do the thing, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of his father. And Hamor and Shechem his son came unto the gate of the city, and communed with the men of their city, saying, These men are peaceable with us, therefore let them dwell in the land and trade therein. For the land, behold, it is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters to us for wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only herein will the men consent unto us for to dwell with us, to be one people, if every male among us be circumcised, as they are circumcised. Shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of their fathers be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us. Now, I will say this. Abraham's told, whoever's in your house, whoever's dwelling with you, they need to be part of the covenant. They need to take the circumcision. So in a sense, this is actually, a good thing. If you want to take our daughter and we want to be one people, then you have to come under the Abrahamic covenant and take the circumcision. But it said they're going to deal deceitfully. So that's not their intent. And we'll see what happens if you don't know.
Yeah, I do know what happened.
Huh?
I do know what happened.
So what happens?
They killed them all.
That's right. Verse 23, shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of theirs be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us. And unto Hamor and unto Shechem his son hearkened all that went out of the gate of his city, and every male was circumcised, and all that went out of the gate of his city. And it came to pass on the third day, when they were sore, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren, took each man his sword, and came unto the city boldly, and slew all the males. Now my question is how many people can two people kill, even if they're, a little bit wounded? So I don't know how many people are in this city. We got to conclude it's not millions, but are there thousands of people? I don't know.
They killed all the males in
Yes.
the city.
Yeah, I mean, how can two people do that? So I'd have to say this is Bithlo, and not a very big place, perhaps.
Maybe 100 people have been killed.
Yeah, and they're all going to be laying in their houses, so you've got to do it quietly. Anyway, verse 26, and they slew Hamor and Shechem his son with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah out of Shechem's house and went out. Then the sons of Jacob came upon the slain and spoiled the city, because they had defiled their sister. And they took their sheep and their oxen and their asses, and that which was in the city, and that which was in the field, and all their wealth, and all their little ones, and their wives they took captive, and spoiled even all that was in the house. And Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, Ye have troubled me to make me to stink among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites, and I being few in number, and they shall gather themselves together against me and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house.
That's what Jacob said.
Yes, and they said, should he deal with our sister as with an harlot?
Then his sons did that without Jacob knowing.
Absolutely. So I can certainly say Jacob isn't happy with what went on, but I think he would say, this isn't a good idea. Even if you succeed in killing them all, there's people around you that will hear what you did to the people that lived here, and they'll fear for themselves and come and kill you. And there's more of them than there are of us. And of course I'd say, well, God's going to protect you. But then again, God doesn't want you doing this. This isn't a righteous act. And I guess my question would be, can't you go to God first and say, what should we do?
Well, they killed a lot of innocent people. They had nothing to do with it.
Right. And maybe God would have said, well, if they'll take the circumcision, then let them be one people. But he said, don't take the people of the land, because you will inherit you'll worship their God. So I don't know how God would have answered it, but they don't really go and ask. They just act on their own. Okay, that's the end of the chapter.